In a relationship, there comes a moment when you start wondering if the woman beside you is the one meant to walk through life with you until the end. True and lasting relationships need understanding, respect, and deep affection from both people involved. But it's not always black and white when trying to determine if she truly is the one who sticks by your side. So today, we'll hit on 10 qualities of a woman you should be looking for to see if she truly deserves space beside you as your companion and walking the roller coaster path that is life. If the person sitting beside this you have these qualities, then congratulations and never let her go. Don't forget to support us by thumbs up this video, subscribe and comment if you want to share yours or join the discussion. Now, let's dive in together. Number 1. She is intellectually challenging. The simple truth is most times it is the looks that first attract our attention towards someone. That is nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, a person's personality and intellectual wit can be hard to gauge when they are way over there on the other side of the room. Yes, many initial connections are sparked by physical attraction, but what really makes a relationship lasting after the spark of early attraction? Picture you only just come across one of the most stunning physical specimens. That initial attraction is strong. You start spending time together, and at first, it's exciting. You go for walks, watch movies, and share great meals. But after a while, you realize your conversations are pretty shallow. You talk about the weather and weekend plans, but you don't really dive into deeper topics. It feels like something is missing. Now, think about a different scenario. You being to hang out, which is thrilling at first. Walks, movies, and meals together, but then you notice that your conversations are only on the surface level. It is usually all surface conversation about the weather and what your plans are for the weekend. Not anything really deep. Like I am missing something. Stoicism acknowledges a necessary element of human physical interactions in relationships. It knows that only the intellectual/emotional bond over time is what creates and maintains enduring partnerships. It really comes down to finding someone who can inspire you, help expand your mind, and converse on a more meaningful level. These connections add richness to life. So, if you have a woman that stimulates your mind and moves your spirit, who pushes you mentally and makes good banter, hold on to her. Of the relationships that will one day adorn this grand tapestry called life, the ones where year after years, we are more and more thankful for. Number 2, she compromises. Imagine that you are sailing on a boat of love with your partner, easy to stick with when the weather is nice and everything seems calm. However, we all live in the real world. Storms come, waves crash, and suddenly you find yourselves disagreeing or facing challenges together. It's not just normal, it's an inevitable part of sharing life with another person. The key to navigating these rough waters is compromise. Stoicism teaches us the value of adapting to situations we cannot change and focusing on what we can control, our actions and our willingness to meet halfway. Remember, a relationship is like a team working together to build a life, not two opposing parties. Imagine the situation where there is a substantial conflict between you and your partner. The possibilities are endless. It could be choosing a movie to watch, or whether you should accept that job offer with the potential move of cities. It is in these crossroads that the compromise takes over and becomes a golden key. It is what you are willing to give as a gift in order to meet at that middle ground together, which demonstrates the strength and health of your relationship. Compromise is not compromise / it's the mutual search for a path / that honors their claims and wishes. Scientists and love gurus have long echoed this Zen attitude, stating that people who are able to act in such a way, by stepping up their game, being open about their feelings, showing vulnerability when the situation calls for it, will more likely experience true joy when they stay committed through good times or bad. If you have someone who's willing to weather the storms with you, that is ready when neither of you can agree so they meet halfway, hold on to them. We live in a society that exalts the autonomy of self at every turn, but there is nothing quite as beautiful and rare as someone willing to stand up for his / her community rather than themselves. Because the point isn't to avoid storms, it's to weather them together in both calm and turbulent waters. There you have the core of a powerful, lasting union. Number 3, she is consistent. The consistency that you wake up and the same person is lying next to him/her means it is still whom you met with initially. Their personalities have not drastically changed, and there are no surprises lying in wait around the corner. You always know what version of them you will get on any given day. So, for perspective, let us contrast consistency with essentially the direct opposite principle of volatility. A person whose mood and reaction can change as swift like spring weather. They were both a calm spring day and an autumn storm, sweet clouds drawn across the welcome blue sky of their happiness. It can be absolutely exhausting having a relationship like that to navigate around. It's as if you are walking on eggshells, always ready to protect yourself for fear of what version them showed up. Stoicism teaches us the value of equanimity. In a partner, consistent behavior is a testament to this virtue. Think of some historical Stoic figures, such as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. They embodied consistency in their thoughts and actions, advocating for a life of virtue, stability, and peace of mind. These are traits that, if reciprocated in a relationship, can promote the deepest and most fulfilling connection with each other. It is not only to prevent the drain of emotional inconsistency, but instead, it will create a trusting foundation where respect and understanding are standard behaviors rather than remaining variables. If you are in a relationship with someone who is the epitome of consistency, a Stoic ideal if there ever was one, then well done to both of you. This is a unique and priceless characteristic. This routine is not to be monothematic nor prescriptive, but only enough so your nature continues on a tangent and meets the road wherever you go. It is not. It's about being responsible and having a strong base for you two to work on each other. It is to know that even in a world built on shifting sands and an ever-changing landscape, the one walking alongside you will not leave your hand. This is something to which we should all hold ourselves accountable, because aesthetic pleasures and the soft tenure of romance erosion with time, but consistent effort, or silence, or resolve builds strong ties. You have something special when your partner is constant, the calm in every storm, and certainty during moments of doubt. Don't take it for granted. In the Stoic way, remember to encourage and maintain this consistency, as it will guarantee a loving and supportive connection. Number 4, she does not hold grudges. All the healthiest relationships are rooted in forgiveness. Why is this so? Because none of us are perfect. We are all only human. We do wrong and hurt those we care about the most without clarifying intentions. In these moments, forgiveness shows itself for the magic that it is. Recall an act done to you that hurt from someone you considered friend. Perhaps they forgot an important event or said something that stung. Now reflect on how it felt when they sought your forgiveness. Genuinely remorseful. The moment you chose to forgive, didn't the weight lift off your shoulders? Didn't you two grow even closer with that letting go and then realizing part? The takeaway here is sorrow and joy come and go. Perceive these fluctuations with composure. Manage what you can, but embrace the rest. Within your being to forgive when they err and you are hurt. That does not mean to forgive/forget or excuse someone of their wrongs, but rather understand them and grow from it. Deciding then that you will allow yourself to live free of the pains withheld through resentment. This, the Stoics believe, is how we grow, not just individually but together. Cling less to the past wrongs of others and forgive them. Forgiveness is a bridge to more significant connection, comprehension, and love. Hold on to that person. In a world that glorifies bearing grudges as strength, choosing the path of forgiveness is indeed an act of bravery and profound wisdom. That is truest measure of your relationship, one which will carry you through countless trials and tribulations that life throw in your path. At its core, Stoicism and forgiveness effectively teaches us resilience, tolerance in spite of hardship, and that our capacity for humanity is largely tied to existing as part of a greater whole. These are the people who will walk with you through times thick or thin, shedding light to illuminate your way around every bend of understanding and acceptance. Number 5. She holds similar values as you. Shared values actually play an even more important role in relationships, specifically romantic ones. Put yourself in this scenario. You really like somebody. They make you laugh, have the same interests as you, and it can feel like every moment with them is a fairy tale. Through the grind, you come to recognize a major misalignment between your core values. Maybe you put a premium on fiscal responsibility and planning for the future, while those around you believe in enjoying life as it comes, YOLOing all over their money without an iota of concern about tomorrow. Or you are an advocate of personal growth and development while they are quite satisfied with their current situation and have no interest in moving outside what is known to them. Stoicism teaches us that while attractions and common interests are wonderful, they are like waves on the ocean's surface, beautiful yet transient. The true depth of a relationship lies in the alignment of your core values, those principles that are non-negotiable to you. It's like sailing on the sea. To reach your destination together, both of you need to navigate by the same stars. If your guiding stars, your values, differ too greatly, you might find yourselves drifting apart, no matter how strong the initial attraction was. If you find yourself with a woman who shares your fundamental values, you have a treasure. She sees the world through a similar lens, and her decisions, priorities, and dreams align with yours. This vision is very specific and common among you two that strengthens the bond way more than a superficial affair. It strikes all beneath both of your skin. As challenges start to crop up, and they will come in due course, etc., it's those values that the two of you share which keep you moving forward. In this very vast and expansive world where our differences can be inflamed, finding someone who shares common beliefs to the core feels like coming across a soulmate. Value this alignment, for it is the foundation of all lasting and virtuous relationships. Recognize your common values and cultivate them. Let those serve as the rudder of this shared adventure. Number 6. She is emotionally mature. Imagine time to be rough, and your emotions have started driving all the elevators across you. You get home, and your significant other can tell something is wrong when you act upset, instead of producing a knee-jerk response or reflecting the stress back onto you. She does femdom stuff by taking a deep breath and providing an open ear, but simply with empathy. In other words, emotional maturity and the cornerstone of any strong relationship. Understanding and dealing with your own emotions as well as others emotionally mature. It's communication, it is empathy, and the willingness to cherish you in pursuit of referee between life highs and lows. Stoicism teaches us to practice equanimity, our ability to remain calm and centered irrespective circumstances. So does an emotionally mature partner. She operates outside of transient feelings. Instead, she acts with poise and reflection. Consider the opposite scenario. A relationship where both partners react impulsively to every emotional wave. Misunderstandings escalate into arguments, and small issues become major conflicts. It made me a difficult partner, and emotional trees like that can suck all the joy out of any relationship. They simply cannot stand against their toxicity. Emotional maturity creates a safe and nurturing environment for both partners to express themselves. There is no fear of judgment, rejection, or loss. However, if there is a lady in your life that displays these character traits, appreciate it and cherish the added value she brings to your union. She can have tough talks with compassion-balanced help without smothering, and a pool of joy, even when things aren't going her way. This kind of maturity reflects her strength and wisdom, which can only add depth to your relationship. Emotional maturity is like the golden thread that weaves together different aspects of our lives. Understanding, compassion, and adaptability. It is the cornerstone of any relationship that lasts and fills out. If your partner has this quality, hold her close and never let go. She is like a light that keeps you from being sucked under the tides of life. Number 7. She has a positive outlook. Think of what it would like to wake up every day next to someone who ventures forth with a smile. One for whom all experiences are simply an invitation, opportunity, and adventure. This attitude in itself is something powerful that not only changes the life of an individual, but also makes a difference to his/her relationship. A positive attitude should never be mistaken for being blind to the truth of life or pretending everything is just peachy. No, it's simply making the choice to focus on good, solutions, and light in even the darkest of situations. One of many philosophical teachings from Stoicism is to accept those things that we cannot change and focus on what we can control. Our reactions, mindset, and attitude towards a given situation. This Stoic wisdom is reflected in a woman with an optimistic disposition which exudes hope and fortitude into your relationship. Consider a scenario where you both face a significant challenge, such as a financial setback or a health issue. Partner with a bleak perspective could lose hope, casting an even darker shadow on the already dismal state of affairs. Conversely, a supportive mindset partner will seek solutions to overcome the external challenge and motivate that you do it too. Her optimism can lift your spirits, giving you the strength and determination to face the difficulties together. If there is a woman in your life who reliably embodies those qualities of positivity and hope, acknowledge the deep effect that she has on you, both now and for future generations. It is not just a characteristic of hers. It adds to your mutual experiences, and in which you, along with her, living the better moments more adventurously and providing strength through harder ones. She always helps to keep you positive. She never fails in reminding the two of you to count blessings and be kind. To so many of us living in a world where we are bombarded with negativity, to have an individual who sees the other side of things is such a rare commodity. Embrace her positive thinking, encourage it, and allow it to give you both an injection of happiness and determination. As legendary poet Carmine Elise said, with a little faith and some hope, everything is possible. Number 8, she respects your boundaries. EA can be equated to boundaries, the unspoken rules around personal space and what we need or are willing or able to handle. They keep us from losing our sense of self and prevent them from developing an unfair or unbalanced relationship. Picture being with someone who violates your boundaries. They might be invasive of your privacy or disrespectful that you prefer to spend time on your own. They may pressure you into doing things that are outside the bounds of what makes sense in a friendship. This lack of respect can cause frustration, anger, and in the end, a collapse of the partnership. Now, picture the opposite scenario. Your partner understands and respects your boundaries. When you need space, she gives it to you without question. She is here with you, and if you tell her what your needs or limits are, she listens to them. This respecting of boundaries provides a safe and healthy space for the both of you to blossom as individuals, without letting old emotional triggers come into play. What Stoicism teaches us about ourselves and others? A woman who respects your boundaries embodies this Stoic principle, recognizing that true connection comes from mutual respect and understanding. She looks at your boundaries as not obstacles but important parts of its charm. In doing so, she demonstrates her love for you and appreciation of who you are as a one-of-a-kind individual. Show gratitude for that woman in your life who is respectful of space. That respect is the bedrock for trust and safety. What it says to you tends to be that there will always be a sanctified put where your true self can exist, devoid of judgment or invasion. With mutual respect comes an egalitarian relationship in which both partners feel honored and acknowledged. In a world where boundaries are so hotly debated and frequently dismissed, having someone who is going to listen when you tell them how not okay things can be if these lines are crossed, that's pretty damn special. Embrace it and keep it one of the foundations. You can then create a relationship where you both trust and understand each other, with mutual respect from which to conduct yourselves as your higher selves. Number 9, she supports your dreams. Good relationships are built on support. Believe in each other, cheer for one another, and stick together. New English word. Think you are Pacific Dreams or Literary Dream, or the world, exploring and arranges his brother-by's future. The partner in life encourages your dreams and can have great feedback or ears for listening to you as well. But the point is they are there when you succeed because that just helped them too. Now, consider the opposite scenario. Every time they put down your dreams, make you feel stupid about what you want to be, or simply trash talk everything because their life is a mess, not feel supported by others, which is especially discouraging because doubt will creep into your head. It can be a breeding ground of self-doubt and cause you to feel like your future is that much further away. But it also keeps with the Stoic tradition in reminding us of the value and necessity to continue at our goals, alluding to maybe one definition for what constitutes a dual loyalty. There is this Stoic-like aura surrounding a woman that stands beside you and supports your dreams. Cross the times she inspires to keep moving forward should shit hit the fan. She knows your dreams identify to a very essential part of yourself, and she supports, cradles you in the strength that comes with just another character among all 7 billion. Be thankful that a woman exists in your life who supports the dream you had. To me, this is one rare quality which many women lack, so if you have it, it's what makes yours special. This support is a huge driver because it enables you and gives you the power to continue following through with your dreams and goals. If she believes you can do it, then that shows how much the woman loves and is dedicated to you, because by believing in your abilities, she knows her life would be a whole lot easier. To have a partner who stands by your dreams in any world that can sometimes dismiss or ignore them altogether. This is uncommon grace. Cherish her efforts, foster them, and allow it to be a guiding element in your relationship. As a team, you can accomplish many things knowing that the other had your back and feeling like possibilities are endless. Number 10, she is independent. But in fact, independence is about freedom and confidence to be yourself in a relationship with the right personality trait of either love, kindness. Picture yourself with someone who needs you to be all that happy, is always trying to please, take your approval, and can't really live without you. This form of reliance can engulf you and make people feel stifled, with a strong sense of selfhood completely eaten away. Now think about the opposite. Your woman is self-sufficient, assertive, and able to hold her own grounds. She has her interests, passions, and goals of her own to achieve, and she motivates you to do the same. This independence allows for the distinction of needs and ideas that manifest in a healthy give and take relationship between partners. Stoicism reminds us the way of self-reliance and inner strength. A woman who is independent embodies these Stoic principles, showing that she values herself and her own journey. It speaks timelessly and to her strength that she comes from the same land. This lets her whole self join the partnership, making a smooth and mutual balance. If you have a woman in your life that is independent, appreciate her worth to the relationship. You want to grow and thrive. Her independence contributes to a healthy dynamic where you both feel importance and respect. It speaks to her being self-assured and capable. Of course, in the message that was written via this act, speak to department respect for what she has going on just as much, if not more, than your own journey. When dependence in a relationship is prized as love, having someone who cherishes their own independent identity, feminine or not, is something which has no competition. Love for freedom, cultivate it, and let that be the cornerstone of your connection. Together, you can set the foundation to establishing a relationship of mutual regard, helpful connections in addition to goals and interests that drive both your betterment plus joy. Conclusion. So, in the end, combining a female of integrity to you, along with intelligence and beauty and humor, shared values, emotional maturity, positivity, respects boundaries, supports your dreams, carries her independent woman badge, then that, my friend, is one hell of an amazing find. Love and respect her, hence always be there for them, taking life as it comes. It is rare and beautiful to be in love with someone that deeply, it truly is something special. And every day you are lucky enough to wake up next to them, give yourself a pat on the back because your heart hit jackpot. Thanks for taking this journey with us through the world of high-quality connections. This brings us to the end of treasure hunting deep relationships. If this video was informative, please subscribe and leave your comments below. Until next time, stay resilient and honor your values.